She didn't say what course she was studying, and didn't give any indication that she was experiencing any difficulty with the academics. But she was not running well, not placing where she thought she should place, not posting times that she thought she should post, and so on. And at one stage, the coach, or a coach of the team, gave her a bit of a tongue lashing and told her that they didn't think she was putting in, wasn't working hard enough, wasn't giving enough effort. Now, as you'd expect, she was hurt by that comment because she was pretty conscientious. She took her training seriously. She did the load in terms of miles, remember the United States, United Kingdom, that she was given, and she was doing what the coaches had asked for or of her. So she continued running for a while, still not getting anywhere or feel that she was doing herself or the team justice. So must have been something like a mid-semester break or whatever. So she went home to the UK. Thought she would take a bit of a break from it all, come back refreshed, energised, ready to go again, batteries recharged, all of that sort of stuff, ready to do better. After one particular event, the aim of the team was to make the national championships in the events they were running, and apparently they had done that in previous years, and of course it was expected that they would do it again this year. So she goes back, and after one particular race where she just felt she wasn't doing well, she had another heart-to-heart with the coach, said that she felt heavy and that she couldn't get her legs to go as fast as she wanted them to, or something like that. Basically, she just couldn't perform at the level that she wanted. Now, the comment about feeling heavy was interesting because the coach said to her, "Well, are you heavy?" and referred her to the nutritionist, and she had to start keeping a food diary. Now, for most people, well, I don't know, I shouldn't say that, but I suspect that for some, that might not have been much of an issue. She was pretty good, or she thought she was, about her diet. But one of the things that she disclosed to these people before she signed on, and which you presume the coach was aware of, was that she had been treated in the UK for an eating disorder, and she was recovering, and on top of it, but the comment about, "Well, are you heavy?" and go and see the nutritionist, sent her into what she called a downward spiral, and the eating disorder came back, and she just didn't feel good about anything, and eventually she decided to leave the program and go back to England. Lots of things, I guess, to unpack about that. And it's one thing I've talked about a lot in my videos. And I say again, I have no qualifications, no expertise. I'm just telling you how I see it, how I do it, and maybe there'll be some takeaway for you. If not, that's fine. But I've always thought of running, and I've only been doing it for about 6 years. I've always thought of it as being two challenges. The first one is the physical challenge. In other words, is your body able to do what you want it to do? So if you've never run, running a couple of 100 meters is a big challenge for your body, because you're asking your heart to work harder, your lungs to work, your legs to work, and so forth. As you run, you become more physically able, and we know that the body adjusts to the load that you put on it, and the heart adapts. And the lungs cope, and the legs do what they do, and you run 5Ks. And whilst the first few times you do it, you don't think, gee, that was easy, because it never is. You get through it, and then you say, well, I never crack at 10 or whatever it is, and you do. So physically, the body adjusts to the load that you ask it to carry. And even having said that, there'll be some days when your body just gives up. If you run every day for a week, and one day your body just sends you the message: you've overtrained, you've done too much, or you start getting injured, or your legs begin to feel heavy, or one of those things, and you just know you have to cut back, or as most of us know, have a rest day every now and again. So that's the physical side. The mental side is a different thing, and I don't profess to know how to train for it or how to prepare for it, but I know that it's the most difficult part, because you'll plan out a course in your head. Well, I do, this is what I do. If I'm going to go running, I plan out a course in my head, and I know where the rises and dips and all that sort of stuff are. And some days I see that little rise and I think, I don't want to do that today. I just don't want to take that rise on. I've run it many times and conquered it. It's just not today. So I either go a different course or I stay in bed. That's part of what happened this morning. I intended to do this course, but it was a bit cold and grey, so I stayed in bed, and now it's a bit warmer, so I've got no excuse. So the mind thing is a different thing, and I don't know how you train for it or prepare for it. What I know is that sometimes I see that little hill and I tell myself, you've run up here before, you can do it again. Or I think of a course like this and I know the distance, and I just tell myself, you've done that before, I just do it, and I just keep pushing on through it, and I get to the point where I overcome whatever obstacle my mind had put in there, and I do the run. And I always feel pleased with myself having done that. Now in her case, she, you would assume, had the best sports psychologists and people like that are available to her to get inside her head and find out why it was that she wasn't performing as well as she wanted to and as well as I had hoped for, and to turn that around. Given what I said before about 20-something moves to the United States, she left all of her support network. She had a coach in the UK, she had a partner and a family. She left all of that. I'll come back to this in a moment, but I just wanted to point out here, you can see this sign here, it's warning you of magpie swooping. Not a problem today, of course, but if you're coming to the running festival, which is in August, August is about the beginning of nesting season for magpies, and the one that comes here is like all magpies. They come to the same spot every year. They're territorial. It's the males that attack, so they're protecting the nest and protecting the young ones. And this one does swoop. There's all sorts of folklore about what to do. Wear hats are always recommended. Maybe some cable ties. I'm not sure how that's supposed to work, but apparently it does. Magpies apparently have